formation. They'll start at the 32. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm that is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running right, Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now McCarthy. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the save. Lucas Van Ness getting free there to bring him down. And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove. Because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
To the air, Williams. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 50, 40 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 24-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Open man, that's Felton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. To the air with McCarthy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On play action. Now McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. Quick timeout. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point splits the offense. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
7-7, our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A little juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
That certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. That's down the field for Jefferson. This is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 66 yards.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
At the 6-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taylor Jones, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and it popped it into the end zone.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
To number 38.
2nd and 6.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd down. At the 31.
He's going to try and take off with it. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Sean Johnson. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chicago.
Play action. Now Williams. Steps away to his left. And get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage. But he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
We'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Bears.
They give up the middle to Johnson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there. It leaves them in a good spot here. 2nd down and inches upcoming. They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
Byron Murphy on the tackle.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
A tackle made by Kevin Byard. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Johnson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Luther Burden, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Williams going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vikings now heading on to the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. On play action, McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back. He's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy from the gun. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
A pickup of 23 yards. It's now 3rd down.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain on the play. And the Vikings 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson.
To T.J. Hockenson. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
The quarterback.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
Williams from the gun on third down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
For the Vikings offense, and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to...
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Third and 5.
Here's McCarthy.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
The Vikings, first down.
Adrian. Carries my suitcase. He will tear your Steven down. Efok. Adrian.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He was defended by Quandre Diggs.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
14 on the play. It's fourth down.
And McCarthy going to sneak it.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And inside give to Jones.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
Brings up second down.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he loses the football the second time. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Brings up second down at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones.
is on that last run. It looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10.
Off play action. McCarthy.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run. They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Will Weichert on for the Vikings field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good.
Touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you always be more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Williams on the keeper.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Here's Williams. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He's back to throw. Completes this to Jefferson. And this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And 1.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Vikings, 1st down.
And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Chicago, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down.